Let's look at this now. Gauteng Education MEC, Panyaza Lesufi, has revealed the number of COVID-19 cases reported in schools. The 2021 academic year, which was delayed by the second wave of COVID-19, started last month. Let's speak to the MEC now. MEC, thank you so much for your time on eNCA this evening. So it's been over a month now since schools reopened. 259 schools have been affected with COVID-19. How many COVID-19 cases have been reported for learners and teachers so far?
Thank you so much, Clement. Thank you for the opportunity. We are indeed relieved that the numbers are not that bad. They are manageable. I think the two stakeholders that we are going through difficulties is mainly learners and educators. But if you check our support staff, it's something that encourages us, because these are the people that are ensuring that everyone is safe. So in terms of educators, it's less than 150, as well as in terms of our learners, is also less than 150. So we are monitoring the situation closely, but these are the numbers that must motivate us, that indeed it's safe to return our children to school. And if you check how we arrived at those statistics, it's quite clear that the frontline staff that is doing the scanning, temperature test, and also checking that learners are wearing their mask, that advanced team is doing a pretty well job. And I think we are quite relieved that they're doing that kind of a responsibility for us.
Yeah. What's been the impact of COVID-19 on pupils who drop out of school? Obviously, some parents are concerned about their safety. Some have lost their jobs. Some have moved locations. There are various circumstances that may lead to pupils not returning to school. What are the numbers telling you?
Clement, that's one element that worries us. We've got close to 1,088 learners that didn't return. They left during level 5 of COVID, and they never returned back. They never wrote their final examination. So we'll be worried, because if they didn't write their final examination and they didn't come back to ask for transfer letters, it means that they've just vanished into the system. And majority of them are in grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. And if you check grades 9, 10, 11, and 12, they are teenagers. So we're worried whether it was a problem of alcohol, problem of drugs, or problem of crime. What we have done now, we've unleashed our team. They've been in the field in the last 2 months to literally track those learners, because we've got their physical address. We also have their contact numbers in terms of where they stay. So we came in a position to track them. So the team is still consolidated. But for now, close to 1,088 learners didn't come back after level 5.
As we're ready for a potential third wave, what preparations are you making as the education department? We've had a delayed 2021 school calendar already. But we're honestly at the mercy of this virus. Are you working on a plan?
We already have that plan. I think the last 2 waves have assisted us, especially the first wave, and we improved on the second wave. So on the third wave, we really believe we'll be in a position to overcome it. Remember, we are expert-led, so the Department of Health and those that are dealing with the virus normally give us those advices. And as soon as they give us the advice, either to hold the academic year or delay the reopening of schools, we'll do so. But our plan now is to manage the wave around April, May, June. So those 3 months are the months that we really believe that we might be hit by the third wave, if indeed we are hit. And therefore, we've put alternative plans to accommodate that component.
Yeah. Any expectations from the President's address this evening regarding schools?
Well, we really believe that the President should just encourage parents to come back to ensure that, and reassure parents that if we have or are going to face the third wave, government is ready and they've got the necessary capabilities, talent, and skill to manage the third wave, and therefore we must not harm or affect the performance of learners or learners coming back to school. But our expectations are for the country and the economy to perform as best as possible. We have so many parents that have lost their jobs and their children are going through difficulties, and our social support system cannot carry them the way we want to carry them. So we are just going to plead with the President to ensure that the sector is appropriately supported. But so far, so good, Clement. We just have to ensure that we prepare for the third wave. If it comes, it must find us ready.
All right. Panyaza Lesufi, the MEC of Education in Gauteng, thank you so much for your time on eNCA this evening.